Hello guys, and welcome to another video. I figured this video was a must because I'm sure there's plenty of you who watched the series towards the end there that saw that I got this buck from roadkill, got a salvage tag from the state trooper actually. Now I'm taking care of it, so I've already started, as you can see, but I really wanted to make this video mostly to update you guys and show you exactly what I'm going to experience, which is this is the first time I've ever salvaged or caped or worked on a deer that was hit by a car. So if you did not see in the videos, this buck was hit by a car in front of me. I stopped him just to make sure everybody was okay, and I was the one to find the dead deer. Kind of funny story, I kind of sniffed him out because it just smelled like a rutted buck. Long story short, if you didn't see the video, I got this buck from Colorado, dead on the side of the road, and they did give me a salvage tag. Everything here is legal, and I am just now caping it and just kind of working on the meat for the first time. Now, the reason I didn't do this sooner, or why we're out in Colorado, if you guys watch the series, is because the dang thing has been frozen for a week straight, and I kid you not, I have been pulling away icicles. You can still see some snow or like ice right here. See that? Everything is frozen, so it's been impossible to work on while we were out in Colorado. But it's been about 45 to 48 degrees today here in Salt Lake, and he's softening up a little. So I'm just starting to work on him, and I wanted to show you guys the process. I have caped his rear end, as you can see, up to this point. Some major damage here. This is exactly what everyone kind of told me about, and some people warned me about eating a salvage buck or anything that had been hit by a car. Some people think it's bad. That's why I'm going to cape it and see what I got. So this leg busted. 3 of them are actually broken out of the 4. But this must have taken a lot of impact. There's a ton of bloodshot here, and he had some bone puncture through his cape here. So yeah, so far not looking too good. The back strap portion is good so far, but this is really hard to cape, mostly because it's frozen. Here's my plan. This is what I really want to do. I want to salvage as much meat as possible for human consumption, including myself. My buddy Joseph, who is the Mink Man on YouTube, he lives right down the street. Anything that is not salvageable for human consumption, which is going to be meat like this, and even the bones, his dog will eat the bones, I'm gonna gift it to him, and he's gonna come over here and help me cut it. This back leg took some major damage. Can't do this as well with one hand, but wanted to show you. This is the inside of the leg. So much of the meat is so weird looking. That's all garbage. Still so frozen, it's kind of ripping apart versus tearing apart, but his hip bone was busted. The joint didn't even need to really pull out like typical. It just kind of opened up. You can see this thing is, these are all frost. The meat's not really cutting, it's just kind of tearing because it's frozen. Anyways, I'm gonna get in here, remove this back leg, and just see exactly what it is we're working with. This deer got hit on this side, so I know this side's gonna be the worst, but man, he got it bad right here. A lot of this is bloodshot. Just remove the other hind quarter. You can see this stuff is, like I said, meat's still frozen. And this one on the outside didn't have any damage that I could see. The inside, you can see right there, a little bloodshot. The inside, I can't tell if that's just from drying, the outside drying, but some of that meat might actually be really good. Like these cuts right here could be really good. It's hard to cape him past here just because it's frozen, but I'm going to try to work on that. And then here comes Joseph and his companion and his meat saw.
Got my meat saw.
New pup?
Yep.
Come here. He's like, what's that smell? Come here, buddy. Come here. Oh, hey. Dude, he's tiny. Smell some deer?
They smell yummy.
Anyways, guys, this is Joseph.
Hey guys.
Carter the Meek Man. Welcome back to the channel.
Yeah, sorry I'm late.
Oh, you're fine. It's
running around doing stuff.
He's really hard to skin because he's frozen. Look at this. Like everything is crystallized.
It's horrible. I've done this lots of times. Not with deers usually, but
really,
lots of animals I deal with frozen. So
I'm sure.
This is my favorite tool. We'll laugh.
That.
It's tiny. I freaking love this thing. Anytime I start using another knife, I'm like hating it. Come here, look at this. Come here. She's not usually shy. She might be going through a weird phase. She's that age.
Come here.
Shinny, come here. Look. Look at this. Come here. Oh yeah.
He's not too sure of that. We'll keep cutting and chopping away, guys. Like I said, it's gonna be interesting to see what the front's like, but this thing is so freaking frozen. All right, guys, this is the front shoulder on the side that go a little back, a little further.
A little back here?
Yeah.
Do you want me to start over?
I would just like from here, see how you're getting into the...
Like here?
Yeah. Peeling the front shoulder off the offside shoulder that got hit. This side could have some really good meat here.
We'll cut here, right?
Yep. Just keep cutting there. Keep following that until it just gets right off. So that one, honestly, is going to have some good meat on it. So we're going to set this up here. Yeah, everything looks pretty dang good on that leg. This offside, no bruising, so a lot of good rib meat, good neck roast. I think it's going to be the side that got hit that's most likely going to the dogs. But hey, better to the dogs than the garbage. I don't know what else I'd do with it. His dogs will even chew on the cape, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they'll chew on the bones. They'll any fat or pizza meat left on the hide, they'll chew it down. And a real hungry dog will even eat the hide. It just depends on how hungry, not even necessarily hungry, but how determined they are.
Really?
They'll just leave a pile of fur.
All right, guys, this is where I was really interested to see how good the back straps were. Of course, everyone loves the back straps. I'm struggling with them a little bit because they're frozen solid, but this is the side that got hit. And so far, it's actually looking pretty clean. You know, normally you can run your knife right through the back and get it started. I'm kind of struggling. I'm almost wondering if I should wait until it thaws out, but it's gonna freeze again tonight, so I feel like right now it's probably better than in the morning. Pretty interesting seeing all this stuff. I know you've taken a couple salvage deer off the side of the road, salvaged everything you could. This is my first time, and probably a lot of people who are watching first time seeing this. First goal here is gonna get the back strap, but the neck roast, look at the meat right here. It looks perfect. And a lot of this like random scrap stuff go to the dogs, like this. You know, this is something, it's mostly white fat, and sinuate or connective tissues. See if the dog wants it. I think she's pretty curious. We got one back strap off, and I'll tell you what, it looks perfect. So Joseph and I will both be eating fresh deer back strap soon. Again, it's all crystallized all the way through, frozen, which actually made it really hard to get out, which is probably why it looks a little chopped up. We're doing our best here. This is definitely going in the human pile, and it's gonna be a lot of steaks right there. I'm gonna cut them thick. Check it out, guys. Hold that sucker up. Yeah, this is the rack that came off him. Nice 4x4, tall G2s. Really pretty buck. Too bad he went out on roadkill, but you know what? Roadkill, they say, kills more animals than anything. Just want to show you guys a little bit of what we did here. So we skull plated him, and you'll do, what do you do with the brains?
So the animals love brains. It's full of fat and sugars, and like a smaller carnivore, actually that's the first thing they eat. So like a mink or a weasel or a bird of prey, they'll go straight for the skull, split it open, and eat the brains and eyeballs first. Bigger predators like coyotes and mountain lions, I've never really noticed them doing the same, but I think it's because these larger herbivores have such thick brain cases, it's a lot harder to get to, so they'll go for more accessible meat. But smaller predators, they almost always go for the brain first.
Eyes, brains, you said, all that kind of stuff, huh?
Yeah, they love it. High calorie, must be, there's something in it they like, and I know it's got a lot of fat and sugars, so I'm assuming that's why.
Well, that's about it for the salvage buck. Let me show you, like I said, the side. Oh, will you roll that over?
Yeah.
It's still stiff. Okay, so this is the side that got hit. I mean, his neck had it bad, his front shoulder had it bad, his rear end had it the worst. But I can honestly say we got a good neck roast off the one side. So there's a piece of it. I think we have 2 perfect back straps, 1 perfect shoulder, one good rear end, and then 1 bloodshot rear end. So between the 2, I'm gonna split the meat with Joseph. We're both gonna have some meat for ourselves, and not only that, the bones you'll do what? Give to your dogs? Let them chew on them?
Let the dogs The dogs will clean any edible bits off of it. Certain dogs will even eat the bones. I don't think any of my dogs will. They're still young.
And he's even going to take the cape. So all this stuff, this is the cape. This is stuff that most likely would be thrown away. I mean, the dogs will chew on this. There's still some good neck meat there that we can harvest.
Some of this I might even just cut into chunks and give it to the mink and let them strip off. The mink love it too. I don't feed very much venison or even any large animals to my mink very often, but opportunity like this, it's great meat. I hate it to go to waste, so let them have a piece of the deer as well. Man, I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was pretty interesting cutting him up. It was really difficult, like I said, because he was frozen, but I think for what we had to work with, we did a pretty dang good job. We're probably going to get after some of this neck meat. We might be able to pull off one more good roast on this side, but like you can see, it is bloodshot. But I hope you guys thought that was a good video. I know a lot of you probably wondered what the heck happened to the roadkill buck afterwards, but yeah, I mean, the tongue, the brains, everything in that deer's head, he's gonna go, and he does a grind every so often. So when he hunts with his minks and dogs, he'll catch all the muskrats and other animals and actually freeze them and save them up until he does a big grind, which is what you use, like a commercial meat grinder. Yeah, so our Black Friday is gonna be Bloody Friday. We're gonna be grinding up. I've got 40, 50 rabbits, 70 muskrats, I think, 5 beavers. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Some of the trimmings from this deer. We'll just run it all through a grinder, get it all mixed up, and make a nice, nutritious, balanced meal for the mink, and then the dogs eat everything that's left. That's so cool. Well, if you guys have not already seen our video with Joseph, the Mink Man, on our YouTube channel, just search Hushin, Mink Man, Muskrat Hunt, or something like that, and then go check out his channel. His channel is absolutely blown up. It's taken off big time, which I'm super happy for him. And randomly enough, we're like pretty much neighbors now. Thought you guys would enjoy that. Oh, here's some sheds for all you horn guys. This set, those are my rattling antlers that were in the back of the truck, but I found these while I was out there too, out in Colorado. But anyways, it's time to clean up. We're gonna take the good meat in. I'm gonna process that. He's gonna take the scraps home, and that's what we did. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, for a roadkill buck that would have most likely sat out there and rotted and gone to waste, I think we did a pretty dang good job. Let me know what you guys think. Have you ever found a roadkill deer, any other animal? Put it in the description box below and let us know. Until then, we'll see you on the next video.